I will answer literally any question you guys have. And if I choose not to, or I try and get past or get away with not answering a question, well, then I gotta drink this. 2.2 million Scoville hot sauce. Are you a good streamer? I don't think I am. I think I'm an okay talker. Streamer? I'm gonna be honest, if I have to give you guys the answer, I actually think I'm not. I think I'm a mediocre streamer. That's my honest answer to that one. Who is my least favorite chatter? Can I say Lauren B 1995? Honestly, I'm gonna say Lauren B 1995. Clearly, why are you so mean? I mean, go on, add that to the list. Add it to the list. Add that question. Lauren, stop it. Okay, I'm going to remove you as a moderator, Lauren. You're not going to be allowed to do this if you keep going. I'm mean because without me being mean, you would be out of control. Have you ever sharted? All right, which mod did that? Because I didn't turn that on. Which mod did that? Okay, hear me out. I've never sharted, but we've all been there where we are desperately needing to go to the toilet, but you're far away from a toilet, and you finally get to a place where you're able to get to the toilet, and your body's like, oh, I think I'm near the toilet. And it starts being we're releasing. You know what I mean? And you're holding your butt cheeks together and you feel it, right? You feel it sitting there and you're like, oh God. Oh dude, no. Oh God. So it's not really a shart, but at the same time, I understand the idea of what you're going for. And no, I've not shit my pants as an adult either, luckily. That is it, okay? What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? I did go on reality TV once. If I have to be entirely honest with you guys, I did go on reality TV once. And it was probably one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done. And I'm not going to tell you guys what I went on, but I went on a reality TV show and I got really embarrassed live in front of a lot of people. I went on a reality TV show. I'm just not saying the specific one. I don't think that requires a shot of hot sauce. Thank you very much. Does it? What did you go on? All right, you sons of bitches. There we go. Bink. Oh, thanks for doing another question so soon. What's your least favorite thing about your wife? My least favorite thing about my wife is that I don't get to spend enough time with her because I'm always live or working hard or doing other things. And I just wish I had more time to spend with my wife. And so she works so hard as well that, that's my least favorite thing about her is that I can't be around her so much. She doesn't like it when I leave the sponge in the sink. She says it gets too moldy and wet, but I don't understand why she keeps bringing it up because I'm the only one who does the dishes. So it shouldn't matter, okay? It shouldn't matter. But I just wish I could spend more time with her. I just wish I could spend more time with her. That's my main one. What's your favorite thing about streaming? I think my favorite thing about streaming is... What's your deepest, darkest secret? My deepest, darkest secret? Oh, that's a good question. I have once wet myself in public, and I will admit I was 20 years old at the time. But hear me out. It's not my fault, all right? It's not my fault. So I used to go to a university, and they had editing labs or computer labs where we would edit in them. And at 9 p.m. at night, the editing labs would lock so that you can't get back in, okay? Now, I was editing and it was 11 p.m. at night and I was very tired. And I thought, I'll just go stretch my legs. And I walked outside of the lab for a second without my keys, without anything like that. And I did get locked outside. I didn't have my phone. I didn't have my keys. I didn't have a swipe card. I had literally nothing. And there was no toilets. And I tried my hardest. But my deepest, darkest secret, yes, I was unable to make it home in time. If that is probably what I have never told anyone. Who is your least favorite streamer? Does it have to be a name or can it be a demographic? I don't really know because I don't really watch streamers that I dislike, to be honest. Which means I just have to pick someone on Twitch. I'm not a big fan of train wrecks, but that's mainly because I don't think you should gamble on stream. I don't think you should do any kind of sponsored gambling on stream whatsoever. And the fact that he does it so much, I think is incredibly detrimental. I know he gives away a lot of money for good causes. Cool, that's sweet. But I think the gambling is fucked up, man. I think anyone who does hectic gambling on stream like that is crazy. That's wild shit. So no, I'd say Trainwreck's probably my least favorite streamer. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yeah, and I'm tired of hearing people say it doesn't. All right, I'm tired of hearing people say it doesn't. Legitimately, Pineapple is so fucking good. Ham pineapple pizza. I don't care what anyone in chat has to say about this either, by the way. You can shut the fuck up if you don't like this. Biting into like a lovely juicy piece of pineapple on a ham pineapple pizza, and then getting the cheese sauce, the tomato sauce, everything like that. It's so fucking good. It is so fucking good. Chat, press 1 if you're all about pineapple on pizza. Press 2 if you don't do it. Look at all these people. Look at all these people who are wrong. All these 2s are wrong. How many times has a creator left you on red when you've reached out to them? So many times. You have no idea how many times. When Stream Scheme was first blowing up, when I had 20,000 subs on Stream Scheme, and I had the same number of viewers as like some creators now who have like 2,000, I reached out, right? I reached out to like a bunch of people. And I was like, hey, I've got this channel. It's getting like 10,000 views per video right now. You know, I really want to do this thing with you, blah, 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 blah. Let me know. Left on red, left on red, left on red, left on red. Even some creators who now work with me and now like to be in my videos left me on red at first. They left me on red straight away, which is interesting. But either way, it happens all the time. It happens legitimately all the time. People just either don't check it. Currently, there is someone who wanted to work with me who's left me on red. They said, yeah, I'd love to work with you. What do you have in mind? I wrote the message back and they just ignored me. All right. Again, I just got to know which mod did this, because I think we kind of talked about it. We said, you know, if someone wants to ask credit cards or addresses, maybe we don't do those ones because they're kind of like, it's kind of like just saying, drink the hot sauce, monkey. All right, well, it came up. I'm not going to scam us. There we go. It's a quarter of the cup. You gotta swirl it. You know, good hot sauce. Oh, my nose! Don't smell it! Oh! 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 Don't sniff. Holy f... Oh, my nose. A good hot sauce is like a good whiskey. You gotta swirl it a little bit before you do it. Ah. Yeah! What is the hardest thing about streaming, and how'd you get past it? The absolute hardest thing about streaming is the fact that you're legitimately just constantly being critiqued. Like, you're being critiqued in every shape, way, and form. Streaming at its core is just putting yourself out there to be judged by everyone. Just 100% everyone, all right? You go out there and it's like, people are gonna call you shit, or they're gonna call you hilarious. It doesn't matter. And then if you do really well, but then you start dropping off, people start saying L+ ratio. And it just sucks. It just absolutely sucks. And the only way to get past it is legitimately to just slowly have exposure therapy, which is so fucked up. People always want like this special tip to like get past like the fact that people are going to be bullying you and horrible to you. But the entire reality is just, you kind of just have to have as many people as possible constantly calling you shit, and then you just grow a thicker skin and get on with it, because there's no way to get past it. What's the hardest situation in streaming you've ever faced? Ooh, that's a really good question, to be honest. If we're talking individual situation, there's been a few really bad moments of trolls and harassments. And if it's like generalized stuff, it's probably finding the motivation to go live even when like your channel is struggling. Because like, you're not always gonna be up. But dealing with trolls and like intensity and stuff like that in really bad situations can be really bad. But otherwise, it really is just being able to be like, cool, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna go live, I'm gonna do my best to power through and do everything I can. Would you take a gambling sponsor for $1 billion? You know, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me is like, oh, fuck no, that's disgusting. But also, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, probably. $1 billion? Do you realize how much money $1 billion is? It's more than $1 million. I could buy a house. I could live for the rest of my life without ever having to fucking worry about anything. You guys would all hate me, and that's fine. I would donate a fuckload to charity. All right. But yes, I probably would. I wouldn't do it for, you know, a small amount, but if it was enough that I could make positive change in not just my life, but the lives around me, then I would absolutely do it. You know what I mean? What's your favorite YouTube channel you've worked on besides your own? So I don't want to dox myself, and I don't know if there's a way to answer this without doxing. Yeah, there's not really a way to answer this without doxing myself, is there? Oh God, fuck's sake. It's fine. It's all right. It's not that bad, surely, right? I've already forgotten about the other 2 times you've had to do it so far. Little clink, boop. Actually, I don't think that one's gonna get... I think that one's not too bad. I think I managed to swallow it quickly. I'm a swallower by nature. So I think I managed to swallow that really quickly. Dude, the more you put in there, the easier it is. What are the last 10 things in your search history? A really good question. I can pull it up. The last 10 things in my history, my YouTube music playlist, it's WeC's Twitch channel. It's the words, how hot is Bullseye Carolina Reaper sauce? How long do I have to wait before I have to pay tax? Because I was wondering about how long I had to wait before I paid my tax. Because I'm currently trying to decide when to pay it because I want to be tax compliant, but I don't want to have to rush. I wanted to know what the Star Wars drama was, so I wrote the word Star Wars drama. Best way to get ender pearls in Minecraft? I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a fucking loser. Ms. Keef, I searched up Ms. Keef. And then in my other one, there's a Reddit post here that I clicked on, which says, why don't the big streamers ever raid or host the smaller guys? And I clicked on that because I was gonna be like, this is gonna be, the comments of this is gonna suck. But actually it was quite good. I searched, what is the cheapest microphone I can order and where is it from? It turns out it's Walmart and it's $10. So maybe there'll be a video on that soon. Amaranth, Ludwig, and then what time is 1400 BST in AEST? If you had as much money as your mum's phone number, how much money would you have? I don't know my mum's number, so I don't know. So I don't actually know. I don't know my mum's phone number. Like, I could look it up maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Hot sauce? Do I have to hot sauce for that one? All right, fine. But I'm not hot saucing for the question. I'm hot saucing because I don't have my mum's phone number memorized, which is truly a travesty. I don't want to put too much in because my stomach is starting to hurt, which means we're getting close. We're getting close to the cutoff. Also, we're almost out. Should we just finish it? No, we won't. Cheers, everyone. I couldn't, my body wouldn't let me swallow it. So it was in my mouth for so long. Oh my God, there's so much saliva. What's the worst gift you have ever been given and who gave it to you? My wife wanted to do something really nice for my birthday. She's not in the stream, so I can talk about this. My wife wanted to do something really nice for my birthday, and she knows that I like whiskey, okay? And she knows that I like a particular brand. It's called Tullamore Dew, and it's really nice whiskey. Really smooth, really clean. That whiskey has given me the best and worst hangover of my life, okay? Okay, so she goes to the store to buy me a bottle of Tullamore whiskey for my birthday. She gets there, and right next to the Tullamore Dew, which she sees, is a 2-liter bottle of Johnny Walker Red. Now, if you don't know anything about whiskey, is that Johnny Walker Red is like the cheapest, most disgusting whiskey ever. They use it in like really cheap bars. And she was like, wow, 2 liters of this for 40 bucks, or Tullamore, which is only like 750 mils for 40 bucks. He loves whiskey, so he probably wants more whiskey rather than less whiskey. So she comes home and she goes, I got you a present for your birthday. Happy birthday. Here's the whiskey. Hands it to me, and I open it up, and it's Johnny Walker Red. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. She goes, do you want one? I'm like, yeah. I'm going to need a lot of Coke. What is the craziest thing you have done in your entire life? Probably when I was in Indonesia. We went scuba diving or like snorkeling in Indonesia. And we went to a bunch of different locations. But the final location we went to was like, it was supposed to see manta rays out on the coast of Indonesia. And we get there and it's like a big bay, right? But it's like 20 meters deep, pitch black, and we're supposed to dive in. But it's like a wild amount of waves and stuff like that. And there are like 20 boats of all scuba divers all supposed to be there. And none of the boats are anchored. They're just floating around in the bay. And the guy's just like, go on. And so we all dive in and the waves are fucking massive. They're throwing us around in this bay. And then the boats are being thrown around. And like, I felt like I was literally going to get hit by a boat at any point there. Because there was no like flag up saying, hey, careful, there's a scuba diver here. There was nothing. There was no manta rays. It was pitch black in the water. It was freezing cold. Claire couldn't even get in the water because it was so rough. And she's like, she's an okay swimmer, but it was too rough, right? My mum swam professionally like all through high school and after high school for like 20 years. And she even had to get out of the water. It was so rough. My sister does Ironman racing and she had to get out of the water. It was so rough. And that was probably the wildest thing I've ever done. I didn't get to see any of the coolest things, any of the manta rays, But I can't believe I got in the water. Normally, I would never have gotten in the water, but I said, you know what? I'm going to go for the experience. I'm going to try. And I'm very happy I did, because it was, even without the manta ray, I think I proved something to myself that day. That I would leap. But it was fun. It was cool. One left. We have one final question. I mean, clink. Oh, stop sniffing it!